I'm excited to show you this quick hack. I'm going to show you two things that will make breakfast easy. So at our house during the holidays, because our kids are grown and they have their own families, their own lives, you know, what they'll do is they'll often come over here for brunch in the morning and then dinner elsewhere on Christmas Day or whatever your particular holiday is. So it's hard when you're trying to make breakfast that's warm, that's wonderful for a bigger group of people. So this is one of the things that I've done because one of their favorites is Eggs Benedict. So if you use a cookie sheet to poach your eggs, which is I'm going to show you how to do, I'm also going to show you how to do the potatoes in the cookie sheet as well. And the reality is you could do the whole breakfast in the oven. We're going to start with the potatoes too because they're going to take us a bit longer. So you buy a potato because you're wanting a smaller potato. Yukon Golds for this because you're going to stack them in the thing. So don't buy a big wide russet. You really want to go thin. These aren't going to take long, right? The goal is I want to be able to make breakfast. I don't want it to take 5 hours. I would prefer to spend my time sitting down with my family, enjoying my time with them. Just kind of do that. Keep going until I have enough to fill up my trays. So I've rinsed the potatoes in the water as I showed you earlier. I've drained them and I'm just going to pat them dry a little bit. A little water's not going to kill them here, but we just want to try to get as much of it out as we can. And then I'm going to show you how we stack them up. You're going to love this because after we get them just a little bit tender, we're going to invert them and get them crispy, which is going to make them delicious. Thyme and potatoes go wonderful together. So I love to put a little thyme in here while I'm saving time. Always is fun. And I have some melted butter. Okay, put some of that in here. You just get them nice and buttery. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some salt, some pepper. Potatoes like salt. Put it on there. Don't be shy. And some good fresh ground pepper. So I've got some shallots, finely diced. They're going to go in here. Okay. And then all we're going to do is we're going to stack them up in our sheet here, which I'm going to take some of that butter in our cupcake pan, and I'm just going to brush a little bit of that in there just to make sure we don't have them sticking. Okay. One of the things that I like to do that I think helps, this is entirely optional, is I cut these little circles out of parchment paper, and then I just kind of pop them in there. Totally optional. Now, this is also like, the kids can help with this, right? It's super fun because you got to kind of dig around your potatoes and start off with finding little smaller pieces, and then you got to build your stack. You're layering. I've done this with truffle oil too in it. It's fabulous with truffle oil. So like if you were serving maybe some beef tenderloin, it's a holiday, that would be wonderful. A little more pepper on the top for color. You could put paprika in this if you wanted to add color. You could put some garlic, that'd be great. Okay, so I've got some of my potatoes that are ready to go. I've got my oven preheated to 425. I'm gonna put them in there for about 10 minutes, just long enough to get them a little bit tender on the center, but not falling apart tender. And then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do next, which will make them even really pretty when we, serve them. So our potatoes are in the oven, and I love to also just put asparagus on a tray. It's got a little olive oil on it, a little salt and pepper. So again, breakfast is going in the oven. So for the eggs, I'm going to spray the pan with a little cooking spray, just so they don't stick. And actually, I've done it without it, and it's fine. But I just do it as almost like a security blanket, I guess, just to make sure. Okay, so just a little bit of that. Okay, then we're going to put an egg in them, and then we're going to put about a tablespoon of water, and then they're going to go in a 350-degree oven for about 12 or 13 minutes. Okay, so that's the eggs. And these are only going to take 10 or 12 minutes, so we're going to do them all at the same time. So our potatoes have been in the oven for 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and pull them out. Our bottom oven is now ready at 350, and we'll show you how we bring all of this together. Okay, so we pulled our potatoes out. They're just barely tender, okay? Now, this is I've got mitts on because this is going to be hot. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to make sure I don't burn myself as well. So this is going on top of here, okay? And I'm gonna put a towel over here. All right, you gotta kind of do this quick. Okay, now it's okay if they slide around a little bit because we're gonna restack, that's okay. Now, they're gonna go in. I'm gonna turn the temperature up to 450 on the oven on roast. Because what I want is they're basically tender, okay? They're gonna get a little bit more tender, that's why I left a little room. I want crispiness, because what's better than a crispy potato? Okay. Eggs and asparagus go in. Eggs here. Asparagus are gonna go here on the rack under. And we just wait about 12 minutes and breakfast will be served. So just to recap what we did, we created our potato stacks and we inverted them, got them a little crispy. They have some thyme and butter on them. We put our eggs in a 350-degree oven for, it was about 13.5 minutes is what it ended up being. We put our asparagus in with the potatoes and it cooked for the last 10 minutes and just enough to get them tender. I don't like my veggies mushy, I like them crispy and tender, so that's what we have here. And as we mentioned, this is perfect if you're gonna do an Eggs Benedict. You can do it just as we're gonna serve it here. You can put some toast with it. It's just a super easy way to make breakfast for a group. Hot sauce for those that love it, like I do. But if not, like I said, you can do a holiday sauce on this. Paprika would be great on it. And then some of our asparagus that are perfect. Just like this across the top. Thank you for coming to our table again today. This is a super easy breakfast. We really hope you make it for your loved ones as well. You can see 30 minutes from start to finish. The potatoes, because we cut them super thin, they cook really fast. The asparagus is cooking with the potatoes. The eggs took us about 13.5 minutes total. They're perfect poached eggs. And this is a great breakfast for your family. Thank you for coming from our table to yours. Keep cooking. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you can get notification of our upcoming videos. We post every Thursday and you won't want to miss a single video.